This is the victim triangle. This will show you how and why we keep that pattern going, and why we feel dependent, and why it's so hard to break those beliefs. These patterns will answer so many questions, not only internally, how you feel about yourself or in your relationship or in your family, but also the world at large. Because this victim triangle is at play in every aspect of our society. And that's why we have so many recurrent problems that keeps on perpetuating. In the victim triangle, of course, we need a victim. This is self-explanatory. Okay, the victim feels powerless, hopeless, useful, self-pity. Why me? You know, why is everybody successful but me? Why is it things not working for me? How is it that I'm still not achieving certain things, right? So they feel like stuck, or they feel like their power is missing. They feel like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. The power is in something else. So the victim is playing the poor me game. Of course, a victim needs what? A victimizer. Yeah. This is the aggressor. This is the bully. This is the perpetrator. This is the one that attacks. And very often a victim becomes a victimizer. When the victim feels so hopeless that the hopelessness turns into anger, they start to creating other victims outside, because they use their blame and their pain to perpetuate, even if it's unconsciously, by blaming other people, by aggressing other people, by warning other people or changing other people or telling other people it's their fault if something is happening, or simply treating other people the way they've been treated. And that is the one eye for eye metaphor, right? You did that, I'm gonna do that. But when it comes to being too nice, there's a third role that often people who are too nice, people pleasers, or that kind of pattern is playing. And that is the hero role. The hero is the one who's here to save the day, save the damsel in distress, rescue people, make people feel better about themselves, lift them up. The hero is here to kind of help others. So in some way, he has very good intentions. I want to help people, right? I want to help people. I want to lift them up. I want to lift their burden. I want to help their problem. But the challenge is that this remains an ego play. And it comes from a fear base, meaning that it does that or she does that in order to receive something. And usually I'm going to help others, so I feel important, so I feel valued, so I feel useful. And if I can give other people what they want, they're going to like me back and they're going to give me what I want. So this is the give to get dynamic that is so prevalent, right? And so we here trying to help other people in order to get something from them. This happens at every level. It happens in your thought, in your own mind. It happens in every relationship you have. It happens in the government. It happens at all power play level. Let me give you a few examples so you really can start to understand this dynamic. If you ever try to lose weight or look better or something like that, right? And you didn't. Maybe you had a thought in your mind that came, and the thought was, oh, I can never lose weight. Look at that, the weight didn't change. I tried everything. Why is it that I cannot lose weight and everybody else looks amazing? And look at her, she's not even trying, right? That is the victim thought. And then you have that thought, right? And another one comes in. I told you not to eat that pizza. I told you it's gonna go straight in your ass and gonna lose weight. How so mad at you, so disappointed. Why did you eat it? So now that second thought is the victimizer thought, attacking the victim thoughts. And of course, the hero comes at the risk. Don't be so tough on yourself. You can do it. Let's have some ice cream. Let's watch some Netflix, and we'll start again tomorrow. And there you go. The pattern is going on. So you may be like, okay, so that's great, but how does that work out in being too nice? I don't get it. Right? Let me give you a few examples. A few years ago, right, I was wondering, I was actually asking a friend of mine, look, hey, why is it that I'm always attracting women with problems? Why is it that I'm always attracting, the damsel in distress who needs to be rescued or something? I just couldn't get it. And then I reflected on this triangle and I was like, oh, this makes sense. You see, I was still playing the hero role. And so I was attracting women who were in a victim role, so that I could see that, okay, she has a problem, she needs help, she needs me, I can help her, I can be important, I can be, nice, I can play that dynamic, play that role, feel good, feel important, she starts to like me, and so on. So you can see how we tend to be overly nice in order to receive something. And that's why we usually attract certain type of person that perpetuates our state of consciousness. And she attracts, or he attracts in the victim role, also other people to help them perpetuate their own state of consciousness. But the moment you start to break that patterns, and you start to be like, okay, I don't need to save people. People don't need to be saved, except, saved maybe from me or something. You can start to opt out of this triangle. And the moment you opt out of this triangle, you're no longer playing that ego game, and you can start to create new pattern, healthier pattern. Because the moment you stay in a hero role and you try to get, you try to give in order to get something, you're going to become an enabler. Because here's the thing that happens. Often people who feel, when they bring value or they try to be worthy, try to help others, they don't want those people to outgrow their problem too much. Because then they're afraid that if they don't need me anymore, they won't like me anymore. And that scares the shit out of them. Because their whole self-worth is what I can give them. It's not about who they are, but it's what I can do for them. And that is so much coming from an insecure point of view. So I hope that helps you reflect a little bit. Another way to look at this is from an abusive relationship. You all know someone, whether you've been in an abusive relationship or you've heard about it, and you wonder, why are you still with that person? What's wrong with you? It's clearly not working out. They're clearly abusing you in some way. You're clearly miserable. So what's up? Well, there's a victimizer, right? That's doing the abusing. And then that person is going from victim to hero. So when she's in a victim mode, she feels like, why is that doing? I deserve better. Why is he treating me this way? And then the hero kicks in. You know what? He's right. Or she's right. I should have done better. It's not his fault. I need to try harder. I can save him. I can change him. If I love him enough, he's going to change, or she's going to change, right? And it's freaking madness, right? Because the only thing they do is perpetuate this and reinforce the pattern. But the hero is willing to sacrifice so much in hope that the other person will change, or the other person will start to give them what they want. And that's why this pattern of being too nice can be so painful, so hurtful.